LEGO just revealed a $250 modular building set for January 1st, 2026, which is called Shopping Street. This set includes a 2-story musical instrument shop and an adjacent furniture store. This is interesting because this is the first time we're getting a modular building with this particular footprint pattern, and modulars are something that follow a pretty consistent footprint pattern. There's usually the corner buildings and then these front-facing buildings, but to have the strange design of these two triangular buildings adjacent to each other is something I haven't seen from the line before. Now, this comes from the idea of a prototype of the boutique hotel modular building. This picture is from an interview about prototypes for the boutique hotel from Brick Architect. These two triangular buildings on this 32 by 32 base plate is a very strange but intriguing silhouette. I absolutely love how this turned out with that shaping. This is a less flashy building. Like, you look at the diner and like, okay, that's a diner. You look at the movie theater and you're like, okay, that's a movie theater. This, it's like, wait, what buildings are those? But it's Shopping Street in a city. You know, it's not supposed to be flashy. It's very realistic in that regard. And having a building makeup of the more flashy buildings, then ones that blend into the cityscape like this, it makes sense in my opinion, as somebody who tries to get all the modulars. Figure-wise, I absolutely love these marching band kids. It's so cool to get that hat piece in a purple coloring. I mean, I'm an absolute sucker for purple. And you get 2 of them in this set. And I love the instrument builds. There's plenty of brass instruments which have some cool curves to them, not only being held in this picture, but inside the music shop. I think I like the exteriors of these buildings more than the interior, so I'll start with that. This building right here, which is the furniture shop building, I dig the garden on the roof of this building, which has a birdhouse and a pigeon right here, which we've seen in gray before. But the set also includes an exclusive white pigeon. That's an awesome recolor and a very useful piece that we haven't seen in that color before. The design here with the plants and everything is just what you'd expect, but I really like this little faucet build. It's very simple but effective. I also love the use of the accessory holder piece for the railing of this top ceiling part, where they seemingly put that above what I call the 1x1 stamp piece onto a clip there, and it makes for a very intricate and interesting looking design for that railing. And I guess we're working our way down with this exterior design for this building, but I absolutely love how they did the windows here. Hold studs are used with seemingly those short pole pieces with an arrangement of what I believe are 2 different sizes of mud guards, and the design of a freaking dumpling piece inside each of those. That's one of my favorite part usages of 2026 so far. I like the sign for the furniture shop, and there's also one sign that says big sale. Both of those seem to be stickers, which is a little bit disappointing. I am a sticker hater, and to have stickers in a $250 set for adults, come on, LEGO. The colors of this building are very low-key. Again, it doesn't stand out when you have this on a shelf of modulars, but I think it looks very natural and it is a good color combination. At the front, I always like seeing those tulip pieces used. The design of this cat fountain in the middle is the first time we're getting the unprinted kitten in a white coloring. I think it's come in gray in some sets. The walkway pattern with different colored pizza slice tiles, as I call them, looks pretty good. Is the cookie on the floor near the pigeon a reference to the detective's office? Basically, that set had like a whole cookie conspiracy behind it. The design for the music shop's exterior has a good color combination as well, with that olive coloring and white. I do like the thinness that this row of windows have for like kind of a corner building design. Again, it's more triangular than what you would expect from a LEGO modular corner building. The design here has a really nice top roof part where I love how they have the use of that F1 series piece in white, and then these feather pieces connected for some really interesting looking architecture. I also like the use of that F1 piece in a gray coloring lining the top roof design. I also like how they have almost like, I would say, a bell tower, but it's that type of bell tower design, but not with like a bell in the middle. I'm not super good with architecture. And they line up these little minifigure statuettes. That is a very interesting and distinct design. Also looking at this on a shelf of modulars, dang, I did not notice how tall this building is compared to other recent modular buildings. Oh, and the music shop has a windscreen, one of the half-cylinder ones, that says Brickley's on it. That looks like a print, so that's pretty cool. At least it's not a sticker. With that being said, let's take a look at the interior of that music shop. With that interior for the first floor of the music shop, unfortunately, the press release doesn't have the best pictures for the interiors of this building, but it's about as compact enough as I'd expect for this instrument showroom design. It's a little bit cramped, but yeah, this is a building in a city. This does actually make sense. This is like a music shop in New York. I'm not going to try to name all of the instruments because I was not a band kid and I know I'm going to mess them up. This is a clarinet, right? Okay. Cue the band people, the comments calling me out. The best look at the second store of the music shop is in this one picture right here, so it might not be complete. The design has a little stand set up, which has a stage to it, it seems like. Is that a print for a drum? And I like the door leading to the small balcony, which looks great in the exterior. You have a little vine coming down there. Then the floor above that has a small apartment. Doesn't really have anything too mind-blowing here. Is this like a cupcake bottom piece for the lampshade? That's really the only part that stands out to me. You know, the bed and the seat are all simple. The design of the radio's cute. There is a toilet, which, you know, I need my modulars to have a bathroom in it. Very cramped bathroom, fitting for a city setting, especially a city apartment. What I find funny is that the windows are all around this bathroom. So I guess you could see through the windows when they're on the toilet. This is very invasive. They should be having some curtains all over this room. But honestly, there's been bathrooms I went to in the city that have this exact same setup where they figure, okay, this room is high enough that nobody's going to look through this window. I don't know. That creeps me out, honestly. Anyways, this door right here leads to that lovely roof garden that we checked out earlier in the video. I find the interior of the furniture shop much less interesting. I mean, you have some chairs on display, which, yeah, those aren't just using regular LEGO minifigure chair pieces, but these intricate builds, yeah, that's fine. And then above that is a little workshop, which, yeah, it's fine. I guess that's where they make the furniture. There's a little wooden duck cameo. But yeah, I think I dig the design of the interior of the other building a lot more. Oh, and towards the back to the left of the music shop, there's a little water walkway, which, yeah, that's cute. There's not much else for me to point out with this set. The other minifigures, aside from the band kids, aren't very interesting. You know, they're just kind of generic and whatever. So before we talk about the giveaway promo, I just want to wrap up on this modular building. I think this is a very intriguing design. I'm loving that new footprint they have going on. The design of this has, again, two low-key buildings that I think have some beautiful exteriors, especially in their naturalism. And there's some great minifigure pieces in here. I love the instrument builds, but I really love the new prints for those marching band kids, especially those hats, but you also have like a new torso there, which is lovely. Oh, and those kids also have alternate hair pieces. It's nice to see the Rex Danger Vest hairpiece appear again. So yeah, in my opinion, a great set for $250. Okay, now let's talk about that giveaway promo. Judging by the stickers there, it's the annual Silly Hat Parade. That's a fun idea. The one thing is that this has an exclusive purple coloring for the tricorn piece, which is fascinating that they threw it in this set. Now, I guess the idea of how this connects to the modular building set and why it's a giveaway promo is so that you could put the marching band kids in this parade. That makes sense, and hey, the purple matches that tricorn. I mean, it's a simple GWP, but I actually think the car build is pretty strong. It turns out that this giveaway promo isn't even locked to just this set. It's going to be available starting January 1st, and it will be available with purchases of $200 or more at LEGO stores and Shop at Home. That's the US price. You know, similar prices for other countries. So yeah, that's a cute promo. All I gotta say though, first thought when this showed up, JFK set. That's all I gotta say. Anyways, I think I'm done covering these two sets. Let me know if you like this modular building as much as I do, because I've seen a lot of people kind of diss it when it leaked. I don't know. Subscribe here for more 2026 LEGO news. We've had so much lately, it's hard to keep up. But you're gonna want to put those bell notifications on because I'm covering all of them. And I'll see you later. Peace out. Bye.